What's going on, guys? Shawnee Bitcoin's back with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. Today, I'm with two partners of a Dubai tech company called B. One of his names is Vinnie and one of his names is Sal. These guys are top earners in this company, and they got a lot of cool trading apps to show you guys. And I want to show you guys really who they are because a lot of times when you see people on video, you don't know exactly who they are. You don't know where they came from. You don't know what this guy is offering to you. I want to let these guys do their due diligence because they're really nice guys. They came from sleeping on the floor together. And I want to let them explain their story and give you guys this opportunity.
Wow, Sean, I appreciate that. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. Well, first and foremost, I appreciate you just opening up the line of communication for me and for everybody that's going to watch this. I think it's important for everybody to know nobody here is here to sell you anything. We're not here to push an agenda. We're not here to sell you, some lifestyle or some income claims. We're here to show you transparent information. And if you feel comfortable with that transparent information, it's upon you to make the decision comfortably with your relationship with Sean. So for me, I was reached out with this information through a DM from the other person on this call, Sal Fox. I didn't know him from a can of paint. He was a complete stranger in my life. Somebody passed my Instagram along. He dove in my DMs, and from there, the rest is history. I'm actually sitting in the same room with him right now. Now, it's important to understand, I already had my own journey through the financial realm. I've been trading for a couple of years. I actually had made it my full-time gig. I was able to retire myself strictly off of trading, no recruiting, no courses, like off of my own trading, my own investments, my own investment group. Now, for me, it was like I didn't need to do anything in the realm of posting or talking to anybody. I could have just solely did that independently. I was approached by this company and I was blown away by the artificial intelligence, the apps, the business development, not to mention it's out of the Platinum Towers in Dubai. So there was a lot of things that started checking boxes with the comfortability that I needed with the stability of a company, with what they stood behind, who the owners are. So a lot of that really weighed on my decision because, guys, I have to be honest with you, I have an investment group of over hundreds of people. So it wasn't just my decision. It was people that trusted me, just like you guys trust Sean. So I didn't know Sean. We met on a FaceTime, like he said. And I mean, from there, it was like I was talking to somebody that I grew up with, that I've been hanging out with for the rest of from the whole life. So for me, it was like that familiarity. And it really just kind of bridged the gap. I'm like, wow, this dude's been investing. He's been putting on free game for people for cryptos. So for me, I felt super comfortable working with somebody like that. That's why I worked with Sal. Sal was a stranger, like I said. I drove over to his house in South Philly in the gutter apartment that we were in at that point in time. And I made a comfortable, conscious decision with my business partner at that time to look at these apps that are 100% transparently documented, that give you everything you need to bridge the gap and isolate the variables to make sure somebody can get through this financial journey successfully. And I'm going to let Sal touch on that a little bit because I just wanted you guys to know myself as an investor had to look at this information just like you're looking at this information. And I looked at this about 8 months ago. And from there, I can tell you that this has dramatically not only changed my life, but my childhood basketball coach's life, my mother's life, my family's life, my friends from childhood's life, people I haven't met yet. We got teams, Ireland, Nigeria, Egypt, Australia, London, all in the US. And again, we just launched in the US, June 22nd, 2020. So we're doing amazing things. I'm going to let Sal kind of touch on this because again, Sal and me, when he met my life, it was kind of dark in both our lives. In the midst of a pandemic, a lot of hate in the world. And for me to meet somebody that kind of wanted the same things in life, that kind of wasn't given the best opportunity to go get those things, this is where it kind of changed for us. And I have no problem getting on a call now with somebody like yourself, with somebody like Sal, because I know the intentions are pure. So that's important for me because, again, I share a last name with my mother and my younger brother. So it's important that we don't drag our names through the mud. So Sal, without further ado, I appreciate if you hop on and kind of just spit some gems.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank the both of you guys for having me here today. I mean, Vinny and I's story is pretty wild, and I'm just going to kind of start at the beginning. So, you hear it for what it is, because I'm 26 years old. I'm from South Philly. I was a bartender, guys. Prior to the pandemic, I couldn't even spell investor. Okay. I didn't know what crypto was. I didn't understand the coins. I'm like, what the hell is all this blockchain stuff? It was super, super overwhelming because let's be honest, this stuff isn't taught to you in school. I went to Penn State, did my thing like everyone else. And again, I was out there slinging beers, ripping Jameson, having a good time, just living normal college life. And I did a lot of these like guru investing groups and stuff. And to be honest with you, I got burnt a lot, and it left a really, really, really crappy taste in my mouth. And, it just always feels like you're looking around. And it was just really, really tough, because when you sit down and you just get burnt, it's like, dude, what are we going to do now? You know what I mean? Because you just pumping your money into something and you feel like you're lost in translation. And so I got sick and tired of that. Once I came back home from college, didn't use my degree at all. I feel like a lot of us are on that page. And, I got burnt by the pandemic, lost my job again. Right. And it's just like, dude, what am I going to do? And by the grace of God, this technology fell across my plate. And to be honest with you, I was super intimidated. Like, Sean, I know you have, experience. You've been doing this for a couple of years now. Imagine me coming into this after being burnt, and then sitting there like, all right, am I going to try this again? Because let's be honest, at this point, it was like my last straw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just sick and tired of this whole investing thing and trying to find the right people to do it with. And man, when I got a hold of this tech out of Dubai, it completely changed the game, because I was one of the first people in America. The company's been around for about 3 years now, but we've only just been in America since June 22nd, 2020. And because of that, we didn't really have many results in America. You can say a lot of great things are happening in the UK. A lot of great things are happening in Dubai. Well, yeah, no crap. Like, Dubai is sick. But here in America, we don't know what's going on. And so when I got my hands on this, I was intimidated, but then I saw it working, and I saw it working for the newest person like me, with no mentorship. Like, Sean, I didn't have someone like you as like a new investor to like reach out to. And I didn't know where to look on YouTube, because to be honest with you, the last guy I found on YouTube ran my money into the mud, and so I was like, dude, what the hell am I going to do? But I started just pushing buttons and using this technology. And full transparency, guys, I'm not a part of this company as like a corporate. I have no contract signed. It's nothing like that. I'm partnered with this company the same way anyone that purchases these apps are. And so I just simply bought these apps, and what they showed me is that anyone can start to leverage these lucrative financial markets, whether you know what you're doing or not. They make the transition from traditional business life into these digital spaces very, very seamless. And like, I don't know if you guys woke up March 2020, but the whole world went digital. You know what I'm saying? And when you sit down and you see that, you're like, all right, well, maybe I should start to take these steps into the right spot. And that's exactly what we did. And when Vinny said I dove in his DMs, Sean, bro, like straight up, I literally saw this kid. I was getting so fed up. I was like, I want to link with somebody who either understands financial literacy or is ready to take this journey with me. And like Vinny mentioned, we have very similar stories, single moms. I'm from South Philly, nothing very special. 7th and Snyder, shout out to you guys down there. And, Sean's from the Northeast as well, in Jersey. So like, when you connect with people like us, bro, it feels like we're just cut from the same cloth. You know what I mean? Like we experience a lot of the same things. And so when I found Vinny, man, I looked at his Instagram, 20,000 plus followers, and he's sitting there and he's on South Broad Street taking a picture in front of Center City, Philadelphia. I was like, yo, that kid's from my hood. Like, I'm going to slide in his DMs. And the rest was history. We became best friends through this. I mean, I talked to Vinny. I mean, we're about to live together. We just got a place in Florida. We're moving down there in a couple of weeks. So it's been super, super special. And, this company's completely changed my life, not just on the financial literacy part, but moving forward and just the way I see the world. And, like Vinny said, the militia has been our investment group, and it's been absolutely wild. I've been fortunate enough to meet and connect with over 3,000 people, in my specific, investment group at this point. And it's super, super special to see what we've been able to do for single moms, for full-time workers, for men and women at the age of 74 years old that might have otherwise never even known about crypto markets or currency markets. So it's been super special, man. And I'll tell you what, full disclaimer, I bought my first coin on January 7th, 2021. Inside of that time, I've made upwards of $200,000, and the date stamp is now April 24th. So, about 3.5 months completely changed my life and the way I look at these markets. And I'm like, yo, these coin things are sick, so it's totally been wild. And again, disclaimer, no results are guaranteed in any type of investing. So if you want to do things, you should probably do it the right way with the right people. And that's what we have here. And that's how my experience with B has been.
Amazing. Just amazing. And also, you guys still on?
So, okay, yeah. So I was gonna say we can kind of pause it right there, and we can edit this too. And when we link with these investment groups, like I said, I was super nervous about touching base with certain people, but once I saw the community here, bro, it was a no-brainer. And as one of the first 100 people, I wanted to, like I said, look, I found Vinny. I wanted to link with someone who could run this game with me and grow together. And so because of that, after about 8-9 weeks of me seeing this technology work for myself, and okay, I'm thinking, all right, if a laid off bartender like myself could get into these markets profitably, I was like, why can't I show someone else this and link with them? And, Vinny and I, that's when we linked and started growing our investment group. And, it's gotten to the point now where Vinny and I have grown our organizations. Like I said, we're not in the point where, we're contracted with this company, but we are leaders for this company. We're, people in the field that really are passionate about this technology. And because of that, the company values us very highly, just like they would anybody that can show results with this platform here and this technology. And, full disclaimer, folks, like I said, nothing is guaranteed, but this company pays me very, very, very handsomely the same way they do Vinny. I started this and I broke a 6-figure income inside of my first 90 days, and pushing $1 million salary now annually, which is super, super insane. Figuring I'm coming as a laid off bartender and I've only been doing this for about 10 months, and Vinny broke that 6-figure mark in just around 100 days, 120 days. And it's been super, super special because again, how can you think about where we come from? To be honest with you, Sean, kids from South Philly, this don't really happen to us. They say, all right, like this stuff isn't supposed to happen to guys or girls, like us. And to see that it can happen that's the belief right there. That's what drives me. That's what gets me up and keeps us going, because it's like, where else besides, I don't know, freaking Miami or like Vegas, if I wanted to be a bartender down there, sacrifice my social life, maybe my mental sanity, and just being disrespected behind a bar. I had fun working behind the bar, but it wasn't going to make me a $1 million earner, and it's not going to put me in position to continuously grow. It's like, all right, how many Bud Lights can I sling tonight? You know what I mean? And if the volume's there, then great, I'll make money. But can I make a 6-figure annual salary or even potentially monthly salary behind a bar? Maybe, but probably not.
Too much time consumed.
Exactly. And it's painful because you're sitting there, you're like, for example, when the bars started opening back up in September of last year, at least in Philadelphia, 25% capacity, this, that, and the third, what we saw was this. I went back for one shift. So my last shift was March 16th. It was a Sunday. And then Corona hits. I'm out of work. I'm like, let's go. Tiger King. I'm watching Carol Baskin feed her husband to the lions. I'm like, we're binge watching Netflix, having fun. But then, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's like, all right, well, when's this going to end? And, it was just super funny because once we started just running here, man, things just changed for us. And it was super, super special. So I'm just thankful because when we came back in September, I went into my work and it was 25% capacity. And bro, I was sitting there like gnawing my fingers the whole time. I'm like, I'm literally trading my time for money. Like I'm sitting here like itching. I'm like, I'm trading my time for money and I'm freaking out because
getting 25% of your paycheck too. Like you're taking a 25% pay cut or a 75% pay cut at 25% capacity. It just doesn't make sense, bro.
Dude. And it was at that point where I was like, I need to just go all in with investing. Like did you ever read Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Right. Kawasaki, or what's his name?
Sir. Yep, Robert Kiyosaki. Okay. So, I read that when I was 19, bro, and this is what completely, it's kind of cliche to say, but this is what, changed my mind about a lot of things. And when I saw that 4 quadrants, right, you can be an employee, a small business owner, a large business owner, or an investor, instantly. It was never, Sal, make it from employee to small business to large business to investor. It was, screw that. Let's go from employee to investor. However you can. I always knew that I wanted to just skip those other 2 quadrants, skip the BS, the drama, all that stuff, and do whatever I could do to take a lump of money and make it multiply and move it from home to home to home to home and watch it grow by itself. And that right there is the financial literacy that we've learned. And looking back at my 19-year-old self and now my 26-year-old self, I'm like, thank goodness. It took me 7 years, but I finally figured it out. And it's been so rewarding. And a lot of it came from the last 10 months, to be honest with you.
Wow. Now let's show these guys what these apps are about, man.
Absolutely. I'm actually here on my phone. I'm going to admit myself to the call, and I want to just give you guys, I'm going to share my screen here. Now, Sean, when we do this, bro, it's, I got my hands on this stuff. And at first the company had only a couple pieces of technology out. And again, I was super skeptical, bro. Like, I'm from South Philly. I'm always looking over my shoulder thinking, all right, who's going to screw me now? You know what I mean? And so I was super intimidated, super timid in general to touch this stuff. But what I saw was that this company had such amazing stuff going on. Some of my favorite stuff, we'll mention here, but I want to dump right into the crypto because the crypto has shown me massive returns. Now, granted, we're in a huge bull market right now. It's like you can't miss if you buy a coin almost, it feels like. But let me share my screen here. And I want to show you how we get information sent to us as a push notification to our smart device. Okay. So what we're looking at here, this is just, my backdrop on my phone. I'm going to go to some of my investing applications. And as you see up here, we have the Relic app, the Wall Street Master, NFX, which is binary options, etc. from left to right. I'm going to click on the top left because it's my favorite app. It is our cryptocurrency application. Okay. Now what you see here are a bunch of signals. All right, I can scroll down here. I can keep on scrolling, and we have a bunch of signals on screen. So let's go to the top, for instance. If I drop down on this, okay, this app right here, our professionally documented trader, he's looking at the chart, showing us what he's seeing. Okay, if you don't understand any of this, that's okay, because I didn't understand this either. I came in, and this is a simple copy and paste process. So what you would do is this specific educator, Daniel Ching, DMC, up in the top right-hand corner, he said, this is a Bitcoin USDT or Tether buy right now. Okay. He came into the market at $61,000. And right now on the right-hand side, it says minus 19.1%. That is showing you a live action number. Okay. That number will fluctuate as the market fluctuates. And so what this is telling us right now, that if you got into this, if you got in at the trader's entry, which was 61,000, and we hit the first profit level, it'd be 5% gain. Okay. However, we're down 19% right now. Sean, to you and I, that's an instant buy, because if we buy that, we're not only going to make the 19% back to his entry, but we'll make the additional 5%, 10%, 30, and upwards of 60% after that as it continues to climb. So what we just did was cut into our risk to maximize our reward. Now, again, it's a simple one-touch copy, one-touch paste into your own broker. And the cool thing is, check this out. At the bottom of the screen, it tells you one of the most commonly known brokers to buy this crypto on. In the bottom left, it says Binance. Okay. And that's something super powerful. On this one, Binance. A lot of these are Binance, actually. Check this out. Super helpful. You can buy them on whatever crypto you prefer or whatever exchange you prefer. I use crypto.com and Coinbase oftentimes too, but a majority of these are all on Binance. Now, the crypto space is really, really cool, but I want to show you guys my favorite app, to be honest with you. Sean, have you ever traded indices?
No, I haven't. No,
okay,
I haven't.
cool. So indices are, let's say like the Dow Jones, the US 30, better known as, it's the 30 largest companies in the American Stock Exchange. So instead of trading Google, Amazon, Tesla, what we do is we take them as an entire entity and we trade them as one. So as the market goes up, we make money. And as it goes down, we also make money. Okay. So let's check this out. If I go to the leaderboards, all of our products are 100% transparent, bro. Like you can't miss. And that's what really, really got me on board here, is because let's check out the week. Miss J, Ray, and my boy Justin Adams. He's from Atlantic City, bro. Justin Adams is from Atlantic City. He's one of my good friends. I've been trading with him for, the year now, and he's an absolute stud. He's an educator for our platform. This week, what this is showing you is that we won for over 650 points in this specific market. Now, Sean, on our lowest risk, if we were trading this market, it would be called a 0.01 lot size. If you don't understand what that means, that's okay. But basically, every point moved in this market would be reflected as a single dollar at a 0.01 in this specific market. So what this is saying is this moved over 650 points this week. And if you risked the smallest lot size, you would have made this week over $650 if you took every single trade. Now, this app's been out for about 3.5 months. If we go to the all-time exposure here, again, everything is documented. If we look at all-time, Cliff is up 2,500 to only 150 points lost. So again, at the smallest lot size, you would have made 2,400, 40 points or $400, excuse me, because you lost 152 if you took every single trade. Now, I'm not going to go through all these numbers, but as you can see, I mean, look at Ray. He's 1,000. So he's 1,000 to 100 lost. These are amazing, amazing records. You can click on these individuals. You can see Justin's winning at an 80% win ratio, fully transparent. You can go to Clifford. He's winning at 90%, fully transparent. And so when I saw that, Sean, what I really noticed was that the transparency is everything, bro. Because like I said, coming from, the South Philly mindset, coming in here thinking, I don't really know if this is for me or if these apps are real. Like, let's be honest. I use DraftKings and FanDuel every single weekend. Like tonight, it's a Saturday night. It's the Kamaru Usman fight. I'm going to gamble on it. Now, I'm not suggesting this is gambling in any shape or form. But the point was that I was constantly pumping hundreds of dollars every Saturday UFC fight night onto some stupid app that, all it takes is one on the chin or a head kick to the side of, side of the temple and you're done, and it's like anybody's game. And so when I saw this, it became a no-brainer. I was like, all right, this is calculated risk. This is an educational platform. And no one at this company touches our money, bro. All we do is we take information and education alongside of technology, and we decide. Like, I decide if I want to take these trades. If for some reason a trade comes out and I'm like, I don't like that, then I don't take it. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to interpretation, but at the same time, the documentation beats any type of conversation.
Yeah, and also you said that they have to achieve above an 80% win rate to be on the platform, right? These traders.
Exactly. You need to operate over 80% consistently in order to maintain an educator status on this platform.
Right. And then also, I also wanted to mention that you only get access to these apps through signing up for the package. I know you guys wanted to explain that.
Absolutely. So just like any piece of, value or information, like these apps, okay, we buy apps off the App Store. It's essentially what it is. Like, you want to dumb it down, like we bought these apps off the App Store. And what that means for us is just like a Netflix subscription, bro. After we purchase these apps every single month, if we want, connection to our, investment group, to the education, the information, the mentorship, we pay just like a subscription for Netflix. They take $17 a month from us. Well, in order to continue to use this technology, we spend $150 every single month. And to be honest with you, I would love to let Vinnie touch on that, because it's kind of a joke. If you can't, I just showed you on the Wall Street Titan. I mean, we made over $600 on the smallest risk last week. You know what I mean? So $150 a month, kind of a no-brainer.
I mean, bro, for me, the numbers can't lie. So for me, like, it's the schedule. It's a system. It's how are your people making money? Don't judge me based upon me. Judge me based upon the people around me. So for me, it's like we have a schedule every single day with these educators. We have the number one most documented, number one trader, binary options in the whole world. Documented. Binary. Go look them up. Javed Khan. 17 months in a row. So with that, we have calls every single day. 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Like, we give people the opportunity to make money for themselves, to build this belief, to see that other people, we're normalizing that normal everyday people can come in here. So people like myself, that was an independent trader, God forbid I get hit by a bus, all the people that look up to me and take my signals, they're screwed. This is now normalizing the ability to go live your everyday life, to go build your passions, find your passions, identify that kind of stuff, because now you're just giving the everyday end consumer the ability to press 2 buttons, go live their life, hang out with their wives, go do whatever they really want and just build some income. I know you guys are in the crypto space, Sean. So for you, it's like you guys all hold your coins. We hold, but like you hold them. What else are you doing? Like, it's like, okay, you got one bag on the table, but like, there's other financial markets that are very lucrative that you can just, it's a big pool. You can dip a couple toes in and you can get a couple dollars. Like, and you can do that every day for an hour a day, 3 hours a day, whatever you want to make it. And that's the thing is like, I feel a lot of people see there's a glass ceiling or there's a capable amount to what they're allowing themselves to earn. They just haven't had the conversations or they haven't built the friendships, the relationships like we're building and allowing people to understand, see, and leverage these markets for themselves. So for us, it becomes easy, but it's identifying the people that truly see this for what it is and want to distribute pure, genuine impact. Because for us, it's like, dude, these apps make money. Everybody that is using these apps and they're like, all right, they put somebody in front of this information. They're like, well, dude, how do I buy the apps? The beautiful part is this company made it so people like Sal and I, people know they're going to be using these apps. It's a technology company. We're rivaling Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. So for us, it's like, there's going to be a bunch of people using it. So it gave the ability for people like you and I to have control and be like, bro, you want to use these apps? Like, I got you. Like I had to access these apps through Sal because guess what? Sal had to access these apps through the person that introduced him to that. So it's like now you kind of have that responsibility to help somebody navigate these financial markets by putting them in a great community like we've created. So like for me, it's exciting because you've already created this for yourself, for the people that you care about. Free game, bro. That's what we encourage. Selflessness. If you're selfish, we don't want to work with you. Like there's way too much money out here and there's way too many people that don't know how to make it. So like, let's drop the fucking egos. Ooh, excuse me. I know this is going to be on YouTube, but like, regardless of the fact, we're normal people doing abnormal things because we just took the time to partner up with people like Sean. I met Sean 3 days ago, y'all. And we're on this call right now, taking times out of our days because we already understand these markets, but we want to help y'all understand that. So Sean, I'm not really going to touch on much else than that. I don't even know what you asked me, Sal, but I just really like to get on here and provide value because that's like who I am as an individual.
Thank you, bro. I want to just ask, Sal, do you want to just show them how to, if they do want to sign up, how they could, click through that on your screen if you can?
Absolutely. So what they would do is, obviously this is your community, Sean. So what people would end up doing is they would use like Vinnie said, he couldn't get access to this until, he touched base with me. They're going to touch base with you and you're just going to bring them to a regular web page. You don't actually buy the app on the App Store. You download the app from the App Store, but to get access, you have to create a login information on this site here. And so Sean will provide you with a link to get to this site. And what you would do, folks, is you're going to click on your country of residence. Obviously, here for me, I'm in the United States. So in order to do that, we're always going to click on the Learn and Live subscription. We're going to open that up. And to be honest with you guys, there's a couple options here and they get a little confusing. Okay. So we're going to keep this super, super simple. We're going to go to the Learn. All right. We're going to click Become a Member. All right. And now what you're going to want to do, you're going to buy this $1,400 package. Okay. This package right here is what sets you up for massive success. Let's remember, we are investors, okay? We're people that take value and then multiply our money with the current value at hand. So what we do is we hit Become a Member. It's going to add to your cart as you see it right there. And then you're going to proceed to checkout. Okay, you're going to create a new account and then you're going to continue. It is very, very, very easy. You just follow the steps on screen, you fill out your information. And what this is going to allow you to do is get access to all of the technology. You don't just want that Dow Jones app. You don't just want the cryptocurrency app. You're going to want our currency trading app, which is called Shift. That's how I started. It's a copy and paste app. You're going to want our binary options app, how Vinnie just explained. Our investment group, we trade twice a day on live sessions together. And the best way to do that is through binary options because we follow the #1 documented binary options trader in the world. His name's Javed Khan. Go look him up. He's got a rags to riches story. He's 23 years old. I actually just did a sick private call with him. I'm going to put it up on YouTube either today or tomorrow. And the guy's truly something special. And, last month he was operating at 94% accuracy. So what you want to do is you want to get your hands on that tech And then you want to log into our live team trading calls, 11 a.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern. And we can show you how we trade binary options, which is literally money in minutes. Bro, Sean, again, disclaimer, nothing's guaranteed in life, but we literally are in and out of the markets inside of 60-second trades, and we're profiting consistently. I have people on my team that are making the usual Americans' monthly wages inside of an hour in a couple different 60-second trades. Super, super wild, bro. And that's really all it boils down to is people are like, well, what are you selling? It's like, I'm not selling you anything. I'm asking you to commit to yourself and a little bit of education for 30 days and check it out. I mean, people already check this stuff out with you. And you took that leap and you started checking this stuff out with us. And I think it's safe to say it makes sense. And that's why we're here today. And I'm super thankful to be on your show with you, bro. I've seen a couple of the videos now at this point, and I'm super stoked because I am in the rabbit hole of crypto. And Vinny and I are just super blessed to continue to meet people normal, like us. We're just normal dudes trying to make this thing happen. So I appreciate you, man, because this is truly, truly, truly something that people should get their hands on. Like I said, transitioning from the traditional business world into lucrative digital spaces, it's going to become a must. You either position yourself before this tech wave or you get crushed by it. It's inevitable. I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you think you know, until you sit down and you start to really dive into this technology, you're going to realize that all of us are light years behind, especially in America. This tech comes out of the 2 platinum towers in downtown Dubai. I was actually flown out there by the owners because they've seen how great our investment group has done. They wanted to introduce me to the tech team, to the developers, to the compliance, to the customer support. They showed us the office. It was amazing. You can check it out on my Instagram. Everything is there. We have an amazing Dubai retreat video that they put out. You'll see my testimony, my partner's testimony. It's super, super special, guys. And so what I seriously encourage you doing is reaching back out to Sean after you see this information and just asking him, how to guide you into our investment group, Sean, Vinny, myself, and moving forward so we can continue to grow together. Because at the end of the day, that's all we want. If you don't want to check this tech out, you're not going to hurt anyone's feelings, but it's worth a try, or at least to look at for 30 days, in my opinion. And that's where I'm at with this, Sean. And like I said, man, if you have any other questions for me, I would love to answer them. But that's really, really what it comes down to, is just getting your hands on the tech, plugging and playing.
I think you guys pretty much covered it, man. I'm going to leave the link in the description if anybody wants to jump right into it. If not, just message me on Telegram. My Telegram link will also be in the description, and I can answer any questions, and we can actually all do like a 3-way call if you guys want to know anything else. That's what before I signed up, I wanted to know everything. I fully researched the company. I wanted to ask these guys every stupid question in the books so that I knew everything was certified. And now I feel comfortable. I already made money on my first day, about $500 on my first day without really doing anything. And yeah, guys, link in the description. Thank you guys so much for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sean. Have a great day, brother. It's nice touching base with you today.
You too, guys. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.